pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Teresa, can I get the bank balances, please?
As of November 16th, 2021, our 4-cent gas tax account has $33,291.40. The 7-cent gas tax is $17,347.52. The American Rescue Plan funds, $239,445.77. The cash bond is $8,236.02. The CDBG grant is $50.02. The correction fund is $19,839.54. The general funds account is $528,208.57. The judicial training fund is $1,796.49. The municipal court fund, $96,318.63. Rebuild Alabama, $41,056.90. The savings account is $35,083.13. The sewer account is $105.15, and the state or account is $51,140.39, for a grand total of $1,071,027.38.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to accept the bank balance minutes as written?
Motion.
Got a motion from Larry, to have a second?
Second.
Second from Tim, all in favor? Aye. All right, let's see. Go around the room. Ms. Brandy, you got anything? CT, you got something, but we'll get to you. Tim, you got anything?
No.
What about our attorneys? You got anything?
Pleasure to be here. We'll update you on some stuff before you give everybody an opportunity to speak.
Okay.
I did make an issue over the Thanksgiving decorations before the live stream started, so I wanted to make mention of that. So.
Okay, all right. All right, so we'll go ahead and go through this then. Mr. Craig, you got anything? Elizabeth's on here, so we should be good. All right, Halloween celebration success. Can you tell us about our Halloween celebration, Elizabeth?
Yeah, we talked about it last time. We had 72 bags left over. And we gave out like 704 bags for Halloween. So, it was considerably pretty good compared that the weather was kinda nasty and rainy out and everything, so we did pretty good with that. Everybody seemed to enjoy it and had a good time.
We wound up using the extra bags that were left over and distributing them out to trick-or-treaters later in the evening.
We ran out.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we had run at 800 candy bags, and the police department and fire department, they had 500, so they ran out. And we split candy up, divided candy out, and everything else, so everybody would get candy from whoever.
All right, thank you.
So,
CT, you wanna tell us about the digital sign, give us stats on that?
Yeah, we finally converted, but I got it fixed up, everything went as planned as far as getting it up, and I think he's supposed to start wiring on it tomorrow. He said midweek, like I told me last Friday. Wednesday's midweek. And I'm anxious to see it lit up.
Me too. All right, go over the agenda items. Annual Christmas parade, Ms.
Yeah.
Gregg.
Okay, I've been working on that for the past 2 months, to tell you the truth. We've had a lot of positive feedback on it. People saying yes, they're gonna participate again this year. Unfortunately, we can't have New Hope Band because of ACT that are happening that Saturday, but we do have a band. We've got Madison County they're gonna be here. So, it's looking pretty good right now. I've reached out to a couple of other people, not heard back from two that I wished I would hear back from, so hopefully I'll hear back from them this week and let you know whether certain people will be here or not. But anyway, it's looking pretty good right now.
Okay. All right, let's look at ordinance number 21-036. So this is dealing with the demolition of unsafe structures in Class 5 or 6 or Class 8 municipalities. Section 11-531A, 53A-1, removal of unsafe buildings or structures. It's Universal Citation, Alabama Code, 2018, Section 11-53A-1, removal of unsafe buildings or structures. And it says pursuant to the police power granted in this article, any Class 5, 6, or 8 municipality in the state of Alabama that elects to have this article apply to the municipality may, after notice as provided in this article, move or demolish buildings or structures or parts of buildings or structures, party walls or foundations when found by a municipal housing code abatement board and by the governing body of the city to be unsafe to the extent of creating a public nuisance from any cause. Any questions about this?
Who pays for it?
The property owner's gotta pay for the demolition of it.
I see.
Or a lien would be put against the property.
So the town would tear it down and the property owner would be billed for it, is that correct?
Right. Either build or a lien would go against the property for the amount.
Do we have any in hell that need that?
Yeah, we've got one at the end of Sneed, Jason? Yes. Got the one at the end of Sneed. Be honest with you. We have to look at it and see.
What do you need, a motion?
A motion to consider ordinance number 21-036.
Motion.
So we have a motion to have a second to consider.
Second.
Second from Tim, all in favor?
Aye.
Do I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 21-036?
Motion to adopt ordinance number 21-036.
Got a motion from Tim, second from Scott, all in favor? So we're tabling 21-037 for the next meeting. We're gonna make some changes to it. It is getting that time of year and I look like a Scrooge, so we need to look at this real closely. Resolution 21-020 is the employee de minimis, which is a one-time pay raise. This one-time de minimis benefit will be subject to standard tax deductions. Employees will receive this benefit by direct deposit before the end of November. We've got here in this resolution, full-time employees shall receive $750 and part-time employees receive $500. Are you guys, any discussion? Everybody good with that, or
I'm good with it.
Scott?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yep.
Terry? James, you said you were good with it?
I'm good with it, sir.
Okay. All right, now a motion to pass resolution -21-020.
Motion to pass resolution 21-020.
All right, do I have a second?
Second.
All right, the motion by Tim, second by James, all in favor? Aye. All right, we've got resolution 21-021, and this is dealing with the purchase of 1 acre of land from R&S Land Enterprises. They're donating 1 acre and we will purchase 1 acre. The amount's $20,000, and it'll be running parallel with the backside of our property back here, 2 acres. Any comments, concerns about this, any questions?
Like I say, Richie was very generous.
He was very,
To donate an acre plus only charging $20,000 for another acre, so that's very
Right.
generous.
yeah, he's very generous with that. It's greatly appreciated, sure is.
On the 1 acre that they're donating, is it gonna be like $1?
Yeah, I mean, we could get him $1 for it,
I mean, that's just standard price.
yeah. Okay.
That needs to be worded.
And that 1 acre's for the future fire department, is that right?
Both acres really are really for the, you know, the growth of the.
Growth of the
future
town
park,
hall.
Right,
Growth of the future fire department, safety facility, and the future parking. The 1 or 2 times that we've tried to use our tornado shelters up here, that they actually were used, there's not enough parking around the building. In order to have enough room to put the size facility we would like to have and grow in the future, that we really do need 2 acres.
yeah,
And it makes the overall plot, and keeping it all here, on this premise and right here by the highway, just seems to make the most sense. If we buy land somewhere, it makes sense to put it here.
all right, do I have a motion to pass resolution 21-021?
Motion.
Got a motion from Larry, second from Scott, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, we've got resolution 21-022, which is the social media contract that we have with Ms. Hope Davis.
So Christie's not here tonight, but I made the phone call to her before this, and I said, is this something we still need and still want? She said yes. And so she reached out to Ms. Davis on her own and asked her to submit the contract. It is a service we are still using on almost a daily basis, so.
Okay. So do I have a motion to pass resolution -21-022?
Motion.
Motion from Terry, down a second.
Second.
Second from Tim, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, so we've got a proclamation of School Choice Week, which is coming up January 23rd through the 29th. in the city of Owens Crossroads. Whereas all children in Owens Crossroads should have access to the highest quality education possible, and whereas Owens Crossroads recognizes the important role that an effective education plays in preparing all students in Owens Crossroads to be successful adults, and whereas the quality education is critically important to the economic vitality of Owens Crossroads, and whereas Owens Crossroads is home to one of the highest quality public schools for children, in addition to families who educate their children in the home. And whereas education variety not only helps to diversify our economy, but also enhances the vibrancy of our community. And whereas Owens Crossroads has many high-quality teaching professionals in all types of school settings who are committed to educating our children. And whereas School Choice Week is celebrated across the country by millions of students, parents, educators, schools, and organizations to raise awareness of the need for effective educational options. So now therefore, Tony Craig, and the entire city council of Owens Crossroads do hereby recognize January 23rd through January 29th, 2022 as Owens Crossroads School Choice Week. And I call this observation to the attention of all our citizens. but monthly report that you guys can look over at your convenience. Unless, Jason, you wanna go over the police monthly report with us?
We had 10 arrests, 22 case reports. We made, 45 traffic citations, 24 traffic warnings, and we had 199 calls for service.
Okay. Any go backs from the people out here in the lobby? Randy?
Yeah, I think the light down here at Wilson Man and 0431 is on the blink, literally, like, really quickly. So, yeah, that's about to go out.
Okay.
What
Mr.
reported
Teresa
that
was
Christie,
on
I'm
the-
not sure if we know who the electrician was that works on that.
Well, we'll have to look at the records and see who we had to work on it last time. We can do that. Alright, Teresa? Oh, yeah, we've got this other ordinance here. A resolution. So we've got resolution 21-023, approval of final plat for Richmond subdivision. So here's a copy of the plat that was approved by the planning commission last night, the final plat. And this says, be it resolved by the council of Owens Crossroads, Alabama, the city of Owens Crossroads, Alabama, that the final plat of Richmond subdivision being developed by Concord Land Development Company and said final plat having been recommended for approval by the Owens Crossroads Planning Commission on November 15th, 2021 is hereby approved for the commencement of construction of 117 houses and 4 commercial lot developments. Said final plat was recorded in the office of Frank Barger, Judge of Probate of Madison County. And then it's got when it was recorded in the property book that was recorded. And this resolution passes here. This was approved and adopted this date, 16th of November. Do I have a motion to pass this resolution?
Did all the drainage problems get solved?
Yeah, they worked all the drainage problems. Jake is happy with the drainage issues and the improvements have been made.
Okay. What do you think, a motion?
Need a motion to pass resolution 21-023.
Motion.
So we got a motion from Larry. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Terry. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Anything else you got, Tracy?
No, sir.
All right, you wanna run the table? Terry, you got anything?
Still working with the county on getting their patchwork done, they're just way behind, they're on the list. With a lot of work that created out of that last flood, including the road that washed away, they're just behind, and I've talked to, Larry stays in touch with me, and just not enough manpower or equipment to get around to, but they have a list of all the roads that need repair, the subdivisions that need to be dug out, a lot of work done, they're aware of all that, it's just a matter of when they can get to it.
Right.
They haven't forgot about us, it's just lack of manpower, machines, and time.
Yeah, and they're still working on the bridge issue down there on 431 too. right?
Yes.
Okay. Tim, is that all, Terry?
That's it.
Okay, Tim, you got anything?
No.
Scott?
No, sir.
Larry? James? Okay. You got,
If we could speak up.
Yeah.
Wanted to update you on the MOU as it
Okay.
relates to the rec center. Spoke with, council for the county, Turkey Ridge. We've got the frameworks for an MOU, but we do feel it'd be appropriate for there to be something memorializing the council, directing us to finalize that, offer it for the attorney for the county to consider, for him to, send it to the other party, and it to be entered into by all the parties. And overly complicated for something related to a ball field, but from a procedural standpoint, we feel that that's what's appropriate. So, however, the council would like to memorialize that, be it a resolution or.
well, we'd like to review it.
Well,
And
In
so have a
advance.
work session,
It-
go over it with you guys.
It would be the council directing us to finalize what we have for your consideration, which then in turn will be offered to Attorney Rich.
we are informally working on one, but until we get, basically, we wanna get permission from the council.
Right,
And having that work session, we'll send it to you, it can be approved, in turn, get it to Jeff. And
We're lawyers, we've gotta make it complicated.
put as many roadblocks in it as we can.
I understand.
In all seriousness, we reached out to them, we do not anticipate that there will be, reluctance on the part of the council for the county to agree to what is being offered by the city of Owens Crossroads. It's the first time I've got to say that out loud, so.
okay. Well, just send us a copy of your structure that you have,
We have one that is about 37 pages,
37.
that I think we probably need to streamline a little bit.
I'd say so.
It was based off of something that Huntsville entered into with a federal agency. I feel that might be a little over the top for rec league baseball, but we like to hear ourselves talk.
Okay, all right, so we'll wait on that.
And that, we think, and again, there's not a December council meeting.
Yeah, there is a December.
There is, okay, I misspoke, I was thinking this was the last. But there will be a work session in advance of that, I'm assuming, or we can schedule.
We can schedule a work session when you let us, when you send us.
I think after Thanksgiving is probably time, first week or two of December, whatever works for the council, we'll make ourselves available.
So the next council meeting's the 14th of December.
Well, that sounds good, let's have a work session 14th of December in advance, and we'll get it to you guys to review, and then at that council session, approve.
But just, I guess, and it can be something I think as simple as the minutes reflecting that you are requesting that we create that MOU. I think that's what Matt's trying to say.
Yeah.
Whether it be a resolution, whether it be just in the minutes, just from a procedural standpoint.
I guess from comments from this meeting, that the council has directed us to create that MOU, and it will be considered at a work session in advance of the next council meeting, and if it's approved, subsequently voted.
That's fine. We
The
look
other
forward to
thing,
it.
Ms. Easton is not here this evening, but there's a couple of things that Tom and I need to execute, assuming we can
Get with
stick around afterwards.
Yeah.
Put our John Hamilton.
So when we have the work session, we'd either like one or two of you guys to be there.
And we'll do, like I said,
we can just bring a laptop and we can get it.
Yeah, modify it as we go.
and we'll send it to you guys in advance, so you can redline it, and
Okay.
have a very quick work session.
Right. Sounds good.
The other thing was just, there's a couple of instruments that we need to sign for the season related to, employee handbook, so.
Okay. All right.
I guess, other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, I would apply.
It was long.
There you go. Anything else we can do?
Think we're good?
We certainly appreciate the opportunity to be here.
All right. Anything else from the table up here?
Just happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, roll tide.
Hey.
See you later.
That's Jimmy.
Is that a proclamation? At my Florida grad, the law partner here is not wanting to talk
I
about
don't wanna
football.
talk about football.
All right, I have a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
We got a motion to adjourn from Tim to have. No second to adjourn?
Second.
Second from Terry, all in favor? All right. Thank y'all for